So with Lotus coming into play, did you created that before or after SCAD?
Man, shit, that's my real life. It was created before SCAD.
Yeah, yeah.
It took me to finish SCAD for me to say, okay, this work is done.
Okay, so now I'm gonna actually go through and execute it,
That's my life. You know,
bro.
I left. Remember, I mean, I left my circumstances. I left the inner city and I went to college. I chose education as my way out.
Yes,
You know,
and that's what, and not to give too much away of the film, but that's what your character in the film do.
yeah,
Like, can you introduce some of the viewers to the film and just give them a breakdown of it?
yeah,
Because y'all have to definitely see this. Like,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
beautiful film, beautiful.
Yeah. Lotus is a short film based on the life of myself, but it focuses in on uh, uh, a character, a young male, black male in the inner city. His name is Reed, and like myself, he wants a way out, and he utilizes education as his way out, or at least strives towards education as his way out. And within that decision he makes, you see the sacrifices he has to make as well. You see the people he has to leave behind. You see loved ones he has to leave behind. You see circumstances he has to leave behind. You see the environment he has to leave behind. And so it's definitely targeted towards the youth, but also it's universal to everyone.
Yeah.
What surprised me the most was the adults that reached out to me about Lotus and telling me how it impacted their life. I think we all as individuals and human beings come to points where we have to make ultimate decisions for our lives, whether it's good or bad,
Yeah,
and knowing,
facts. And to choose from what you've always known
yeah,
to something different that you're taking a chance on. You feel like this new thing could be good for you, but you don't really know what's on the other side, but you just got this hunch that it's better than what the fuck you're doing right now.
yeah,
It's like that's a hard decision for anybody to make, and that's why I feel like anybody could resonate with this film because we all go through that, bro.
yeah, most deaf, and you most deaf, and some of us are lucky to have those opportunities concurrent in our lives. Some people don't get a second chance to make the right decision. You know what I mean?
That's
Going
true.
back to the people we know that's in prisons and the people who's gone, you know, some of those people they was presented with the opportunity that one or two or three times, and, you know, and that dictated the result permanently. So we're fortunate to have concurrent opportunities to change our lives and make the proper decisions, you know, to better our lives.
Yeah, was it hard for you to like write that and even like to even act in that film because like you say it's pulled from real life experiences. Like was it a person in your life that you was really close to that you felt like you had to separate yourself from, or was it just like the overall metaphor of you like going to college to better yourself?
Yeah, it's gumbo of everything.
Mm-hmm.
All that people, persons, community, plural, um, more deep myself. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Separate from an old way of thinking or old way of living or old
Right.
way of comfortability. You see today you see a lot of adults, you know, like, yeah, adults who are afraid to be something different than themselves and
So true.
would rather plank themselves into a everlasting downfall and be comfortable in doing that, opposed to the uncomfortability of being something different. And that's my fight. That's my fight, even still as a 33-year-old. You know what I mean? That's my fight. It's hard to break out of ways of thinking and habits. You know, what really blessed me is my son, because prior to my son, okay, God, I can't get this right. This is just who I am. Oh well, I gotta go
Mm.
how I go. You know, but now my son here, it's I gotta change for him because I gotta have to be a better human being for him.
Right.
Because if you want your child to be a better version of yourself, you have to show them the better version.
That's so
You
true,
get what I'm
bro.
saying? Where else they gonna see it? So to just take it back to Lotus, and my son's name is Lotus. I ain't never
Wow.
tell you that.
No.
Yeah. My son, I love you, Lotus. Hopefully you see this years from now. But yeah, my son's name is Lotus. I named him Lotus. So going back to Lotus, like, yeah, going to school was my way. At the time, the community college that I was at, it was in Tallahassee, and things just weren't going accordingly. Like, I was in college. God gave me the opportunity to go to college, but yet I was still doing dumb ass stuff. You know, I wanted to be the dope boy. I wanted to sell weed. I wanted to be at the clubs. I wanted to be out, get into things because I didn't know nothing else. That's all I knew. I knew when you become of age, like, how there's bar mitzvahs, if I'm saying it
Yeah,
right,
bar mitzvahs.
bar mitzvahs.
Yeah.
From where I come from, our bar mitzvah is when you 16. If you ain't got a record, you a lame, you green. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you ain't smoked weed or if you ain't tried to sell dope, you lame. You ain't a man. A man.
Right.
Where I come from is you go to jail, you get that strike. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's so interesting how that was seen as a badge of honor, bro. But the folks, and it's always been like that too. Even like me coming up in Savannah's been the same way. But the folks who actually been through it, it's like, boy, fuck that shit, bro. That shit ain't cool.
Man, you couldn't pay my ass to go to jail. I would cry in jail right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
But back then, like, I remember I got a DUI, a petty DUI, when I was in college. New Year's. I'm not a bad person. Just it's
Man,
New
you just
Year.
turned the fuck up, man.
I turned up.
You was lit.
I was lit. I was young. I wasn't 33. I told y'all 33, but I got a DUI, right? And mind you, this was the first time I ever been arrested. And I was 26 maybe at that time. And my frat brothers, they, oh, man, who we need to call, bro? Who we need to, man, come on, man. I was just like, damn, like, finally, you know what I mean? And this was at 26.
Wow.
And I'm in grad school.
Yeah.
But that mentality is still like,
He's like, boy, I ain't got my badge
I done
on.
damn, I'm for to tell all them boys, boy.
I done went through it.
Man, I got a mug shot, bro. What? So, and that's
a rite of passage almost, bro.
And I'm in grad school, brother. I'm at SCAD. I'm at one of the best art colleges in the fucking world.
Right.
I'm getting a master's degree.
Right.
And this is still my mentality. So, yeah, bro, every fucking day you have to fight the battle of being who you supposed to be within God's purpose and aligning yourself, or being what habits have taught you to be, or being what you have seen that was not positive, but being that, or being, that's constant, bro. That's why there's that's why God exists.
Come on, bro.
That's why Jesus exists, for you to repent and save yourself, because it is going to be a battle every day, bro.
Every day, dog.
Every day.